I've been thinking a lot about Alex Trebek these last few days, and I find myself dealing with a lot of unexpected thoughts and emotions, considering we barely knew each other. If you've been on the show, you know there's just not a lot of space for socializing. The game is fast, the production is very tight, and a certain degree of professional distance is necessary for the integrity of the competition. So I can't imagine what this time must be like for his family and friends and coworkers, because you really got the sense that that was a close-knit team at Jeopardy, not just a well-oiled machine, but a family with a sense of camaraderie and unity of purpose. And so, for everyone who truly knew Alex Trebek, you have my most sincere condolences. For me, and I apologize if this is rambling and self-indulgent, but the thing is, when everyone I know reaches out to express their condolences to me about Alex, I kind of get it. I mean, I spent maybe 3 hours with him, but Alex Trebek has been a part of my life for more than 30 years. I've been a Jeopardy fan since his tenure began. I even met him years ago in Philly when I failed to make the cut for the teen tournament. And Jeopardy has remained a constant for me. I watch it with my girlfriend every night. So I realize also that I've been using Jeopardy and Alex interchangeably, but to me they are interchangeable. I mean, Alex is Jeopardy. He's the reason the show works, the reason that it connects with people and endures. And it goes so much deeper than having precise diction. He just sets the perfect tone. Being on the show is nerve-wracking at the best of times. Taping during COVID, in the wake of Alex's diagnosis, in the midst of his treatments that could be as debilitating as the illness, it just took the uncertainty and the anxiety into the stratosphere. And before we went on, the other contestants and I were sharing our concerns about freezing up under the lights, saying something stupid, doing something stupid, just generally humiliating ourselves on national TV. And I think almost everyone who goes in probably feels that way. And the reason that that situation typically doesn't manifest is entirely down to Alex Trebek. Speaking for myself, I was nervous every time I came out there until Alex came out on stage and took the reins. One of my favorite Alex kind of phrases that he would occasionally use to open rounds was, let's go to work. And I love that because it's so inclusive. He himself was the picture of poise and confidence. And more importantly, he was all about sharing that confidence and projecting an aura to lift everyone up. So that's why Johnny Gilbert introduces him as the host of Jeopardy, not the star of Jeopardy. He didn't set himself above. There was never a sense you got from him that it was Alex, the crew, the contestants, the audience. It was always, we're all part of a team, you know? We're all working together to make a show that's going to educate and entertain people. And I know as Alex Trebek that I'm going to do my job, and I know that you as the contestants are going to do your job, and you at home are all going to play along, and we're all in this together. Even when you get frustrated, especially when, like I managed to do, someone would get a Canadian geography clue wrong, he would express his disappointment. He would perhaps chide you a little bit, but it was never mocking or belittling or mean-spirited. It was always like a parent or a teacher saying, come on, you can do better. And so instead of wilting into your failure, you'd be inspired to win back his approval. You would do better. And all of that makes Alex indelible to me. I mean, he hosted a competition where he was pulling for everyone all the time. And yes, he made it very cool to be smart and curious about the world and to want to learn, and I will always be grateful to him for that. But he also modeled a very special kind of leadership that is based on kindness and supportiveness and using your strength and confidence to lift others up. I had hoped to to see him again, and I was determined that this time I was going to steal a moment to express my thanks and admiration, and I can't do that now. But I can let his friends and family know that their loved one has made a profound positive impact on my life. And it goes back decades before I ever came close to appearing on the show. And it's going to continue forward from now, too, because we're not all going to have the opportunity to host game shows and to speak to millions of people in their living rooms every night. But we can, and I can, remind ourselves to maybe be just a little bit more supportive of other people, to share what strength we have with others, to be just a little bit kinder. And I think that's the measure of an icon. That's what makes an icon. If when you're gone, people don't just remember you, but they're inspired to emulate the best parts of you. That's a worthwhile legacy. And I think that's what Alex Trebek has given us. So thank you for that, sir.